Hello and welcome to the Long Island Weather Report and Weekend Outlook. And unfortunately, we did have some more clouds again today. It wasn't until late in the day that things finally cleared out. Now skies are fairly clear tonight. You see, we've got that high pressure over us. Though you can see some of these marine stratocumulus creeping onto the Jersey Shore, and also the higher level clouds that are off to the west. But it is a beautiful night out there, though. Like I said, by the time I got outside, by the time the sun kind of came out, it was already low in the sky. Just looking at a few pines here, and a few pines here, just in Babylon. But what a nice night it is out there. This is a look at the lake by Rockville Center. It is still frozen over. There's still ice on it at night. Yes, a nighttime photo, but beautiful nonetheless. Unfortunately, a lot of that's going to melt as we get into more warmer weather. And just a look at some of the lovely Christmas lights in Rockville Center on the east side. It's actually a whole street that's just decked out in Christmas lights toward the east side of Rockville Center. It's like a bit of a walk from the downtown, but look at that. It's all just decked out in Christmas lights. And I needed a nice kind of calm night. Not a lot of wind to take this picture so it wouldn't come out blurry. You can see there the whole street is just decked out in Christmas lights. It's absolutely beautiful, and I hope you all had a Merry Christmas. And it is also Hanukkah too, so happy Hanukkah as well, and Kwanzaa. So yeah, Hanukkah actually started on Christmas Day, which is unusual. But now we're in the second night of Hanukkah. So let's take a look at what the satellite looked like earlier, and you can see some of these passing high mid-level clouds that kind of passed through that I was not expecting at all. I don't know. None of the models showed up, but sure enough, there they were. So I kind of ruined what would have been a nice clear day. Though again, in the afternoon, toward like 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock, it would have been okay, I guess. But by then, I just didn't. By then, it's too late to go. So because the days are so short. So let's take a look and see what we got going on outside right now. It is a chilly night, though. 16. There's going to be a lot of radiational cooling tonight. I think the Pine Barrens could even reach the single digits. We'll have to see what they reached this morning. But very chilly at West Hampton, 16 degrees, 25 at Islip, 25 at Farmingdale as well. Only the city is Central Park's only at 32, so obviously they're not dropping. And 21 in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River right now. So we have the dry air, light winds, clear skies, perfect setup for radiational cooling, despite the fact that our temperatures did get, still a little below normal today. Let's look at our highs first. And you'll see a high of 39 at Islip, so near 40 degrees, but that's still below normal. Central Park was colder, though, at only 35. And then let's see how New Jersey did, if they were any warmer. 39 at Miller Air Park. So generally highs were around 40 today. Still a little bit below normal, slightly below normal. And the lows, let's see, 13 at West Hampton. I'll have to see if that, 23 at Islip. I think these were all morning lows. Even 25 in Central Park, and then in the Pine Barrens west of Toms River, it got down to 19. We'll take a look at West Hampton and see if that low was from tonight. I think that was from this morning. But let's go take a look at that. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it was from this morning. Yes, it was. So you could see. Yeah, this morning, let's see. AM, yeah, 13. Yep. So there you go. Even though this is reporting clear, the clouds were mainly of the higher variety that came on through, mid and high level clouds. There may have been some jet chunk in there too. The sky didn't have a great look until we got toward the afternoon, but by then the day is, winding down. So that's the downside of having the downside at this time of the year. As we get more later into January, the days start getting a little bit longer, especially as we get into February. You have these really short days, so you have to have, Anyway, let's take a look at the weather map now. And this is our weather map. So we have this nice high pressure that's sitting over us. Unfortunately, though, it's going to be waving bye-bye to us by later tomorrow night and into Saturday, and we deal with more sucky weather. It's going to be kind of a sucky weekend. Not what you want to hear. I know, not what I want to hear either. And it could also be a sucky New Year's Eve as well with rain chances again. So, speaking of that, let's go to the drought monitor, because technically, we're still in a drought. This is the latest drought monitor, latest numbers. Let's see, they have made some changes now. We're now in a moderate drought, Long Island. Most of Long Island now has been downgraded to moderate drought. But the western part of Long Island, western Nassau, is mainly the city, Hudson Valley, still in a severe drought, as well as central Jersey. And then southern Jersey, including the Pine Barrens and Ocean County, remain in an extreme drought, oddly enough. Though, honestly, when I was there, it didn't really look like the water levels were that low. But this is what the drought monitor is saying. What we got going on, obviously, things are going to be changing now with our weather. So let's go ahead and we'll take this satellite to the larger view here, the CONUS view. And you'll see we have a low-pressure system across. This is actually causing severe weather, believe it or not, in Texas and Louisiana. Yes, severe weather. And then there's another. There's a whole parade of systems. 1, 2, 3. So this is what's going to bring us a lot of unsettled weather as we get to the weekend, and it's going to linger around into the first part of next week too, including your New Year's Eve. So it's gonna be this crap again. So that's what I'm going to call it. That's how it really is. We have severe weather out there. Believe it or not, if we go to the Storm Prediction Center, which shouldn't even have to look at in December, we have an actually enhanced risk. And there's actually a tornado watch in this area here, in this enhanced risk. Yeah, severe thunderstorms here the day after Christmas. This is not at all a normal thing, but this is all part of what we go through with climate change. So if we pull out the weather and hazards map here, pull this out, we do have a winter weather advisory in parts of northern Jersey because when the precipitation moves in, it could be mixed, perhaps freezing precipitation, but this is where all the severe weather is, and there's a lot of severe weather going on here. Whole tornado watch. We actually have a big. That is a huge tornado warning right there. The map is so. Let's just look at these layers here for a minute, because this is the kind of system this is the system that's gonna be approaching our area. So it looks like it's in Louisiana, in an area called Claiborne Range. These look like relatively lightly populated areas, Elmer, Louisiana. But there is a tornado warning there. It's 2 tornado warnings, actually. No, one of them is a flash flood warning as well, and a tornado warning. This is insane. So you got flash flood warnings. It looks like 2 tornado warnings are in effect right now for Elmer, Louisiana. This is insane. Tornado watch. This is not at all the kind of weather we should be seeing in the day after Christmas. This is not at all normal. But when you look at the air mass that's out ahead of it, yeah, it's pretty warm and it's pretty humid, and you have a very vigorous low pressure system here, and you still got very warm water in the Gulf. So this is what happens. Let's look at the radar and show you what this all looks like, and you'll see here. Yeah, there's a real nasty line of thunderstorms here to Louisiana. Yeah, this line goes all the way up into Arkansas here, and there's a lot of heavy rain with that line too. So this is what's going to be in a more modified form, but this is what's going to be affecting us. And you can see another system in California, San Francisco. So there's another system in Northern California up to San. They're getting more rain. There's probably a lot of lightning with this too. So let's go ahead and look at that. Yeah, I know. Shouldn't have to talk severe thunderstorms in oh my gosh, yeah, there's a lot of lightning. This is insane. This is December. What is going on? There's a ton of lightning over here. This is crazy. Severe weather in, Alexandria too. A lot of lightning activity over there too as well. That's absolutely nuts. That's absolutely nuts. So let's get our weather statistics over with for today here. Ice slip was a high of 40 and a low of 22. So the high of 40, just 2 degrees below normal, but the low of 22 is 6 degrees below normal, putting us 4 degrees below normal for the day. And so it did hit 40 at ice slip. A little, so just shy of the normal high, but the low definitely below normal. Though, like I said, things are going to be changing. So I'm going to actually shift this weather service over to Elmer, Louisiana. And let's see if we can get the latest radar, because there's tornado warning in effect right now. So let's look at the radar right here. This is the enhanced radar here. I don't see the warning up here, so maybe they dropped it. I don't know why the warning's not showing up, but there was a tornado warning with this with this particular storm. I don't see it. I don't see it popping up on here, so that's kind of interesting. Why it's not showing the warning on here. But there it is on the radar. So really impressive. You can see there's the warning on there. Tornado warning. It shows up right here. Tornado warning. That's going to be in effect until 9:30 Central for Central Rapids Parish. Radar confirmed tornado. So, yeah, this is pretty crazy stuff. And this could be a major severe weather outbreak. Again, in numerous flash flood warnings, too, because they're getting tons and tons of rain in this area, too. If we look at the amount of rain that has fallen already. So this is this system that's going to be coming to us. This 24-hour rainfall totals. Yeah, look at this, 3 inches. This is the system that's going to be coming to us on Sunday night. You can see a lot of the rain here that we have here. A lot of heavy rain. And again, 2 tornado warnings. Two actual tornado warnings that are out right now for this area. It's pretty crazy stuff. I'm going to go back to that Storm Prediction Center, actually. And let's see how many tornadoes that we've had confirmed today. 5 tornadoes already. So we've had 5 tornadoes already. That's crazy right there. Let's take a look at the plot here. They usually have a map of where all the tornadoes occurred. I gotta find it. But they usually have a map of where all the tornadoes occurred. But we got 5 tornadoes. Well, storm reports. Here we go. Yeah, right. So here's the map. So you can see, yeah, they were all in East Texas. See those? Yeah, all in East Texas. And let's see what it has here. Social reports here. Here are all the tornado reports that we have. Multiple reports and videos of a tornado on the ground near El Campo. A report of damage in Southwest Harris. Brief tornado. Social media report of water spout over Lake Houston. Tornado northwest of Dayton. So, yeah, really unusual stuff. Really unusual stuff going on. And, yeah, this is not at all normal. And day 2, oh, look at this. So I don't know where day 2 went, but here's day 3. And look, this is, yeah, it continues. This is tomorrow, I guess. Enhanced risk. So you're going to have a severe weather outbreak in the south. That's really unbelievable. It really is. So this is not at all what we're supposed to be seeing. But anyway, let's go to the models now, and we'll talk about why this is all happening. Obviously, these is what we've got. It's big high over here protecting us, but this is the GFS, so you can see what happens here. This high protects us tomorrow. We'll have one more dry day, and then the system that is, you can see that we're getting some light precipitation Saturday, and then here comes the more vigorous low, very vigorous low up into the Great Lakes. That's going to bring us heavy rain later Sunday night into Monday. Really vigorous low. Then we get a little bit of a break, a mild break, and then looking at the final days of 2024, here comes another low, and unfortunately, rain New Year's Eve. Couldn't be worse timing. And then it should hopefully get out of here by New Year's Day. But, I mean, yeah. So, obviously, plenty of rain is going to be falling. So, for the rest of this year, and I could have actually gone to the Weather Prediction Center, too, and pulled this up, but we'll look at it on the models. If we look at total accumulated precip, you'll see there's going to be a lot of rain, particularly in the south. You can see 3 inches or more. For us, it looks like we could see for the rest of the year this is the GFS, another 1 to possibly 2 inches of rain. Now, European is probably somewhat wetter. It actually looks fairly similar. Well, let's go ahead and look at the European on the surface here, so we can show you exactly what's going to happen here. So this is the European. Here's that high. Again, keeps us dry tomorrow. Tomorrow's the last dry day. And then Saturday, we start dealing with just light rain and drizzle. It's going to be sucky drizzle. And then Sunday, later Sunday, here comes that storm, LLJ, probably after 9 o'clock or so overnight. We're going to have an LLJ event. And then that low goes by. Well, a brief break on Monday. And then Tuesday night, here comes the next system. Tuesday night into Wednesday with more rain. Now, this is, again, New Year's Eve, so... but it looks like the rain would arrive just as the ball drops. It could be heavy, too. And the European, of course, is lingering into part of Wednesday. So, that's what we have right now. Obviously, the south has a lot of severe weather, but I'm not going to I spoke about it enough. This is a long out weather report, but I figured I'd bring it up because it may play a role in what we're going to deal with on the weekend. So let's go to the GFS first. And I'm concerned. We're going to take a look at the potential for this LLJ. Obviously, this is a ways out, but just to show you here, what we got here. No, this is the 8. Yeah, you can see there's the LLJ. Actually, this is the surface. Whoops. We need 850. That's more like it. All right, so you can see here. Yep, there's the LLJ right there. So this is the severe element of the storm here. LLJ Sunday night, and it could even be a thunderstorm with that too. We'll have to see if we see any possible severe weather with that, perhaps. It's a ways out, but you can definitely see that there's an LLJ there for sure in that. All right? And then Tuesday, mild LLJ Tuesday night, perhaps. Another one, perhaps. So, yeah, this is going to be, and let's see, the European should give us this product too as well. So this is the European. And yeah, European, obviously, more vigorous with the LLJ. That's pretty intense LLJ right there that we're going to have to deal with. So, a tropical type of rain deal again. All right. So that's what we got going on. All right. Back to the GFS. We're going to look at our temperatures and the dew points and wind flow because this is kind of, in fact, I'm going to pull this out to the eastern U.S. view so you get an idea of the dew points and wind flow. So you can see that tropical moisture. So we see there's that dry air, nice dry air protecting us. But that goes away by Saturday night to Sunday. We start getting to that moist flow, and that's going to bring in that LLJ, that rain. And then we get a little bit of a break on Monday. And then here comes the moisture again. And then as we get into the new year, we'll have to deal with some colder weather. Thank God. Thank God. It's only going to be 1 week of this crap. But let's go back to, so you get an idea of what's happening. And it's going to be warmer temperatures too. So you can see these warmer temperatures lifting into the area there, right? So let's go and talk a little more short range. We have the latest HRRR in, so we'll go ahead and look at that. I have it already on air temperature. Let's go back to the dew points and wind flow here. So tonight, you see that light wind. So we're going to see that radiational cooling. I think a lot of the Pine Barrens are going to get down close to 10 or maybe even some single digits. A lot of other areas are going to have lows around 20 and perhaps even some teens, even outside of the Pine Barrens, I think is possible. And you'll see the wind flow here still staying in the dry air, but then you'll notice the dry air starts to go away as we get to later tomorrow. The dew points come up as the winds shift to the south by the evening, and that brings the warmer air in. Then you get kind of an overrunning deal with the warm frontier, which you can clearly see here, and that's going to mean drizzle Saturday, drizzle and light rain. Sucky. It's going to be a sucky Saturday with that drizzle, that annoying drizzle and light rain that we're going to have. So let's go to our temperatures. Like I said, tonight it's going to be a chilly one by morning. It's going to be nice and chilly. Enjoy it because we're not going to be cooling down for Friday night like that with the cloud cover around, and then. So we start off pretty chilly, and then during the day tomorrow, highs will probably be maybe a tad warmer than the day today, so around average, 42 maybe for a high, which is around average this time of the year. Won't be dropping back that much tomorrow night because of the cloud cover that's going to be increasing, so we won't go below freezing. Lows will be in the mid-30s, but as that light precipitation moves in, we could have to deal with mixed and maybe even some light icing in the north and west areas, but this will not be an issue for Long Island. And then Saturday, a lot warmer, especially obviously south. You can see where the warm front's trying to move through. Temperatures will rise in the upper 40s. So let's look at some soundings before I go to the next thing. So obviously we're going to have plenty of clouds moving in tomorrow. So if I look at 15Z, you'll probably see a lot of upper level moisture. You'll start with some sun, but thickening high clouds, jet junk probably, you know the deal. And then as we get toward later in the afternoon, we'll have probably a high overcast, probably according to this model here, as you get that moisture running in. I wish this high would just come and just go move. This isn't supposed to happen, but if you have a really good blocking pattern, the high would continue to move southwestward and keep that moisture away from us, and we just would have another day of sunshine. Well, maybe a day of sunshine. We saw the reason why we had these clouds is because that high never really completely built into the area. If we were further north, we would, but we were on the periphery of it, so we had to deal with some of those clouds. So let's look at precipitation next on this model here. There's that high. You see that high there starting to move away, though it does put the H right over the east end, but the moisture is already streaming in, unfortunately, on the upper levels. So we're dry tomorrow. That's the good news. But you'll see as we get into tomorrow night, probably after 10, 11 o'clock, we already start seeing some light mixed precipitation off to the west, and then here comes the light rain for Saturday. So there will be some light rain, a period of light rain perhaps for much of the day, and then it's just going to be waves of light rain and drizzle into the evening. It's going to really be a sucky day. Again, it's going to be a sucky day. Just a very wet, miserable day. Just the kind of weather I can't stand. If it's going to rain, let it get it over with in like 6 hours. If it's got to linger around, this is the kind of stuff I hate. So this is as far as we got on this model. So it's not going to be a whole lot of rainfall until we get toward later Sunday night. It's just mainly lighter mixed precipitation according to this HRRR model here. All right. Let's go to the NAM. I mean, we do have actually the full 0Z NAM, and so let's go ahead and look at that as well. Let's see how this precipitation. NAM's a little slower, but you can see the deal steady. It's actually steady and actually a little heavier on the NAM. You can see it just lingers around. Maybe it gets a little tapers to a lighter drizzle, but it's never going to stop. It's going to continue. And even into Sunday, we'll probably have drizzle. This is actually a warm front right here. Clearly see that warm front. And then here comes the LLJ part of it. All right, so let's look at our dew points just to kind of show you again. Show you that where that warm front sets up. Sort of see it. It doesn't. You can sort of see it on here. But either way, let's go and look at the total accumulated precip on this. This goes out. This takes us a little further. So this takes us to Sunday morning, where some areas could see a half inch of rain, perhaps through Saturday night. Probably less than a quarter of an inch, maybe a 0.3 inch, maybe. Like I said, the heavier rain. It won't be terribly heavy, but it'll be enough to accumulate and definitely wash away whatever is left of the snow cover that we've been enjoying. Although it's been kind of getting muddy and already, let's just get rid of the snow. Once the snow starts hanging around, it starts looking dirty and stuff. So might as well wash it away, I guess. Yeah. So let's go to the NAM 12. This will take us a little further out into Sunday here. Just to show you what we've got here. As far as this. So here's the NAM 12. So you can see it never really stops. Sunday, all right, maybe we get a little break, but then more rain comes in, more showers come in by the evening, and then here comes the next line of rain. Though it looks like the heavier stuff would wait until Monday morning. You can see there's some really heavy rain over us right there. That would be your LLJ right there. Let's see, we can probably show the LLJ on here. Yep, there it is. You can clearly see it. As far as we'll have to look at some other models for more precise on the winds. What's as precise as we can get. So it gives you a general idea of what we're going to be dealing with. Unfortunately, the weekend is going to be a sucky, lousy weekend. Unfortunately, just God forbid the whole week could be dry. God forbid the rest of the year could be dry. But unfortunately, we're still below normal precipitation. It's nice. We get these dry breaks and it's nice, but they just don't last long enough. And whenever you get this type of thing, I mean, why can't we just have one rain thing move through overnight and be done with it? It's got to be one of these long, drawn-out things because, again, this is part of climate change. None of this is normal, especially for December. Not the severe weather, not the lingering rain. None of that is normal. But, again, this is all due to climate change. So let's go to the RGM. We'll look at look at the LLJ on the RGM. But let's go ahead and look at the sky cover on the RGM here. Kind of just give you a general idea. You'll see that you'll still have some sunshine, but there'll be some cirrus and jet junk in there. Probably, you won't have a nice blue sky. Doubt it. And then clouds increase. We get overcast, and then obviously we're not seeing the sun all weekend. Obviously, oddly enough, the RGM actually does bring the sun out later Sunday. This is the RGM here that's doing this. I don't buy that at all, but if that would have happened, we could have some really warm temperatures. We'd definitely shoot up. Definitely have some very, very warm temperatures. At least we get a break from the rain, I guess. So, we'll have to see as we get further along. It just sucks that it's got to be literally wet all weekend long without a break. We'll have to see as we get closer to it. But hey, that's what the RGEM thinks. That's an outlier model. It's not a model that I count on too much. European certainly isn't going to do that. Doubt it. So we'll look at some of these longer, the European models as far as rain, and you see it just actually does give us a break on Sunday. So maybe we do get a break on Sunday. Maybe we do. We'll have to see, but you can see how those isobars are close together there, and you can see that right there. So, yeah, let's go ahead and look at some of the other models and take a look and see how this LLJ is going to pan out. Probably. Well, we have the windy.com, and let's just use windy.com. So kind of show us what's going to happen with our LLJ here. So our LLJ is going to be on Sunday. Let's go ahead and move over here, and let's look at the wind. Let's go. Yeah, I got to go to wind gusts. All right, so let's see what this looks like. All right, 3 p.m. Sunday doesn't look too bad. It's later at night. That's when things pick up a little bit. Oh, yeah. All right, so we got winds gusting to 33 miles an hour, just shy of the, probably not quite wind advisory, but still an LL. Oh, here we go. So later on, it gets worse. So here you go. New York Harbor, wind gust to 45. All right, we may need a wind advisory. Oh, yeah, you can see how the LLJ gets more intense on this. Look at that. East End, gust to 50. 56. Yeah, that's wind advisory. Oh, man. Yeah, this is going to be a pretty intense LJ. It looks like the Euro isn't going through in the overnight hours. But definitely an LLJ type of situation. And thunderstorms. I'm going to show if there are any Cape. You can see there is some thunderstorm. Could be the chance of a thunderstorm with this LLJ, too. Would not surprise me at all. Remember, this is the same system that's causing all the severe weather in the south. So it would not surprise me if we get just a little piece of that. That would not surprise me at all one bit. We can do also to see how we can predict the drizzle here. There's a visibility parameter here that we can use on this. And again, this is the European model. So let's go ahead and look at that. So you can see Saturday, we're dealing with a lot of obstructions to visibility. That's drizzle. So you see that green stuff. That's drizzle. So you're going to be dealing with that. It's got showers up there, but it's got sucky drizzle for us. But Sunday, yeah, it doesn't have any drizzle. So maybe Sunday we get a break from the drizzle. Maybe we won't have to deal with it. We'll just have to deal with the clouds and some really warm temperatures, and maybe even a little peak of sun perhaps. But very warm temperatures, obviously, with that south wind, especially if you're in New Jersey. It's coming off the ocean for us. This would be the European. So relative to the 50s for us. Jersey, you're going to have 60s. And then for Monday, still warm 50s. As we get behind that front there. And the question is, will we see the sun for that behind that front? Let's see what we got here. There might be some sun on Monday. Maybe some sun. It won't be a clear day. And so, yeah, really not going to get a whole lot of sunshine for the rest. It starts off Tuesday morning with sun, but then the clouds increase for the next system that we have coming our way. So, yeah, that's a look at what we got going on right now, pretty much. So enjoy tomorrow. It's your last dry day before we start dealing with some crappy weather for the weekend. Hopefully it doesn't rain all damn weekend long. We don't want that. So, thank you for watching and have a good night.